4 years after the bodies of Tylee Ryan and J.J. Vallow were found on Chad Daybell's property, now that home has now been destroyed. The specialist Garna Mejia joined us live from Idaho tonight on what is next for that area. Garna, what have you learned?
Yeah, it's a completely different scene here from 4 years ago when we were initially here. A big crime scene at that point. Today, it's a completely different look, even from just a few hours ago when this home was reduced to rubble. Now all that you can see is a footprint. Now, the nonprofit that's leading out in the project tells me that they felt that nothing good could come out of letting the home continue to stand where so much suffering took place. A new chapter for the home at the center of the Daybell Vallow murder case. The home where Tammy Daybell was murdered and the bodies of two children, J.J. Vallow and Tylee Ryan, were discovered buried in the backyard. It was all demolished.
That's probably the hardest thing to think about that we'd have to deal with. And Dusty and I were speaking about it earlier, about how those kids, they didn't have a choice. And really their lives were taken from them, you know, and they didn't have a say.
The murders were carried out by Chad Daybell and his new wife, Lori Vallow Daybell. The property is now owned by a nonprofit, S.J. Healing Crossroads, started by a local Idaho couple. They want to transform the space into a place of healing. These contractors all volunteered their time and equipment to come out in hopes of giving the community closure and a new perspective on the place.
A feeling of somberness it comes up because we watched it all happen throughout everything, and then now we're here and trying to, not that it's going to erase the things that happened, but hopefully it'll maybe help smooth some things out for a lot of people.
There were moments when things got emotional, especially when this tree was removed. J.J. Vallow's body was discovered buried near the tree. Dusty Taylor was asked to take it down by some of those closest to the case.
That's where they found J.J. and they wanted the tree gone, so took it down.
Yeah, and you guys, even into this evening, we've seen people, neighbors, teachers, law enforcement, community members coming out. They've gotten their phones out, been taking pictures, and the overwhelming sense that I've gotten is one of support and appreciation for what took place here today. As for the next step in this project, now the nonprofit tells me that they're going to let this place just kind of sit and breathe throughout the winter months as they just kind of let ideas percolate and come up with a game plan as to how to memorialize the space and honor the lives of Tylee, J.J., and Tammy. In Idaho, I'm Garna Mejia, KSL 5 News.
Yeah, the community has been through quite a bit over the course of these last few years, so hopefully it helps them heal with that destruction of the building there. All right, thanks so much, Garna.